It's a grizzly.
Should we get out of here?
No. We're gonna watch and listen.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, there we all are.
Hey, what's up?
I'm just saying hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Oh,
let's
Lady
see.
Wolf. Hey, everybody. Just let you know, now we can support everybody. You can send stars now. I found how to figure out how to activate that. Welcome,
Awesome.
Lady Wolf. Hello there. Barb says hello to everybody. Crazy Witch coming around the corner now, riding the pony. I did say pony, didn't I? Hello, Liana King. Welcome. Angel Light, welcome back, Angel. Russell, Mr. Edward Easterbrooks, how you doing?
Hey, Russell, we're having Russell on tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be talking to him tomorrow.
So
Cool.
We got to talk about Mr. Russell, about his about his owl. You got to ask him about that. Yes, okay. Luana, how you doing there? Tammy. Yolanda. Let's see here. Chris is saying, hello, peeps. Funny. Hello, Tammy. Welcome, welcome. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing tonight? So I thought
about the stars. Catherine had messaged me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead.
He
Barb.
said he couldn't find the stars.
So you actually have to go to Facebook, to Grizzly Chris, or the Facebook, not on YouTube, and you click on it, and that's how you do it. So so I greatly appreciate that. So
all right, I'll let her know. Yeah,
and awesome. So it's new, and I greatly appreciate everybody doing that. That really helps us with new content and subscriptions, and helps Chris out and me and all that good stuff. I really greatly appreciate it, because I'm getting ready to get on Chris, because I'm playing old content, because I know Chris is busy, because Chris has helped me out with stuff with some copyrighted material. I like your background, Chris.
Yeah,
thank you. That's one of my pictures.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Because I was like, I'm going live, and he's like, just this bear. He's like, God. Just to hit live, he just like, poof.
Well, I realized I did a test and my audio was working, and then when you started going live, I couldn't hear anything.
Oops.
And I realized my audio wasn't working anymore, and I went to settings and nothing was pulling up, so I just had to bail and come back to the link, and it started working again. I don't know why, but whatever. I had a hard time with the Facebook link as well. I went to one of your links that you posted, and it brings me to your page, but it really didn't show, like, here's the link to watch the live stream. Yeah. So maybe some people are having a hard time to find it too. I don't know. I mean, I find it easier on YouTube for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Great. Just what I need to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome. I'm figuring it out. This is all new to me. You know, I do it all by myself, just like everything else.
Yeah. We'll get through it.
But They're making everything more difficult too, it seems.
It is. It really is. There's certain things that you can and cannot say. There's certain things it's just wild.
Yeah.
It really is. So I'll throw up the link up there for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, where you can go to. So what's been going on in everybody's neck of the woods?
Well, it's.
I don't have a whole lot this time, so I'm just going to hang out and, listen to Barb.
Busy here, Crazy.
Hey, Mort. Welcome to the show, Mort.
Hey, Mort. Yeah.
Laura, welcome to the show. Yeah, so what's going on with you there, Barb?
Well, I the day before, and I know you guys saw it, but I don't know if the viewers, I posted it on my Facebook page, but I don't know if the viewers saw it, so I'm going to try to bring it up. I'm had just come back from some errands in town, and I'm just doing some things out on my back deck, and it was about 1 o'clock, 1:15 in the afternoon, broad daylight. And whatever I was doing, I was very like intensely, like thinking about it and concentrating. And I heard this like, what? And I'm like, wait, that's a kid. And just in my mind, that's a kid somewhere. Then I heard it again and I'm like, no, that's not a kid.
What do you mean?
What the heck? And then as it's getting closer and it's like a whoop. And I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like a Bigfoot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get my phone. Like, what the heck is wrong with me? I was like almost like in a trance or something. So grab my phone and I'm walking out toward where I think the sound was coming from, the woods, and I caught couple of good whoops. What I think that it was reacting to was there was a recycling truck that can be heard in the video, but that's normal. And they would react to that. I think it was reacting to, there was a utility truck that was sitting along the road. It's a small rural road. So I don't know if the guys were out. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking, I wonder if this was alerting the clan to that, because you could hear it moving. Not hear it moving, but you could hear that whoop sound was moving. Like, I mean, incredibly, from within, like, I think my video that I'll play is like a minute long, and you could, getting closer, and then all of a sudden it's much further away. So that thing was booking.
Yeah, and Grizzly, I don't know if you heard it. I don't know if you heard it yet, but I cleaned it up and sent it to the group chat. So it's just the audio. She's got the video, which you can hear more of the truck in the background, the recycling truck, but I kind of filtered a lot of that out, and you can hear the whoops pretty clearly. But it might be good to watch both or listen to both.
And you know what? I also wanted to say, Chris, with that, I feel like I hear like almost a response. Did you hear like a response to the?
There's about 4 of them, 3 to 4, and yeah, it's weird. Yeah, there's definitely almost a whistling sound at one point too.
Yeah, wow. Let me see. I'll present the first video. And then
do that one first.
And then if somebody else can, let me just can figure out the other ones, because all right, here we go.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I heard it.
Mm-hmm. Again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that might be it.
You can hear 2 or 3 distinct ones there. If you listen to the other audio, you'll hear more now.
Mm-hmm. And what I was doing in see right there, you can see they've made an X.
What happened? Where did it go?
I don't know. Wait. Oh shoot.
It's at the end. You're gonna
playing again. Yeah.
You heard it. As soon as it started, what? I can't even do it now.
Let's see.
See the X straight ahead?
Mm-hmm. To the left. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, baby crow sounds. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You don't have any birds that sound like that normally. I assume.
Not the woo woo.
No, and it was too like you know, how do I want to say, like too
Deep,
and then also like the lung capacity. It was definitely something to be able to project like that. So gosh, I don't know.
Grizzly, go to the group chat and pull up the audio. You'll see the last one I sent. Well, no, it's not the last one I sent. Because I sent 3 that she had done before for the June 15th. So you got to go to at 8:20 p.m. I sent it. It's a minute and 1 second long.
All right, stand by. Let's see here. What in the world? Is there a war going on in my messenger box? Have I been gone that long?
Don't you love that? Ugh.
Whoa.
Got to read a novel to catch up, right?
Evidently. Woo.
I'll see while you're finding that all. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just respond to what's going on what's being, commented on in the chat while you're finding that.
Did you say it was what time? 8:20?
Yeah, 8:20 p.m. Wasn't too far back.
Here we go.
Yeah, they mimic the birds. Tammy had mentioned they definitely mimic birds, but I don't know that those were any mimicking. I think that was the actual birds. I'm not sure, but that was going on with that. At night, they like to mimic birds. So.
Oh, y'all got to hear about my birds. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did everything I could trying to run up the driveway in my crippled state. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was one in front and one behind the house, and one was across the street. Yeah, I'll tell you after we.
Ooh.
Yeah. I haven't heard this story yet. So
I want to hear about that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what the heck? I was like, do what? But yeah, hold on. Now I forgot what I was doing. Now trying to figure out what I was playing. When somebody said birds, it triggered that memory here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
You hear that whistling right there?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't hear that before.
No.
It might be it. I can't remember.
One more further back. Yeah. There's one more further back at the end.
Mm-hmm. That's when you could tell how it was moving away.
So
Yeah. Thanks for doing that. Chris said it enhanced that. That's just amazing. That some of the things that we can hear now that we couldn't. Hi, Thomas, that we couldn't hear before. Gosh. Yep.
Crazy. I like the other ones better, to be honest with you. I mean, the ones you hear, the growls, and oh my gosh. I mean, those I've got at the bottom. I think that's what they are. There's 3 of them that I sent again, Grizzly, towards right at the bottom of the chat. And I don't remember which ones are which, but I remember there's a couple of them. I was like, holy crap. The hell is that?
Yeah.
I was comparing to was it the Paramount, the roar of the tiger or the lion going
the lion.
And I was like, what?
That was the last one. That was a minute and a second. Let me scroll up a little further.
Let's see if we can figure out.
And that's her video.
Yeah, there's 31. There's one 31, 39. I don't know which one. 4 minutes. There's 3 of them. There's one's 31 seconds, one's 39, and one is 23. And I pinned them.
The one's the longest, I think, with the lion.
3:42. 3 minutes 42 seconds.
Oh yeah. They're
All right,
those.
stand by. All right, let me. Okay, I got it. Present arms. Why did I sound like a damn military fool? Present arms. Like, what the heck? Let me remove that.
Oh.
I have no idea. All right.
Oh, do I have to remove that?
Share screen. And I got to hit the audio button. That's what I got to do. All right, here we go.
Whistling.
Yeah.
All kinds of weird stuff going on in there.
Yeah. That so when I got that at I believe it was like 4:40 in the one morning, and the thing unenhanced, the main thing that was growling, I told Chris the only thing I could, which this is terrifying, the only thing I could equate the sound to sounded like, like the zombies in The Walking Dead, how they're like, like, and it sounded like a growl, but like a, I don't know, hiss. Then toward the end, it sounded like that thing, whatever it was almost like surrounded by dogs that were barking at it, but not dogs, because they don't have the same cadence as a dog. When a dog is like upset about something and it's going to keep bark, 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 bark. It's not going to just be like bark, 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 and that's what, and plus it was like, 3 or 4 different dogs. I'd said before, we don't have any dogs that like roam, around at night. Not saying that could never happen, because it definitely, but anyway, when Chris enhanced it, it's like, oh yeah, that definitely weren't dogs.
Didn't sound like dogs at all.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
that what
no,
that's mean.
no.
Somebody
Yeah,
had said about the
no.
squeaking.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
Did you hear the growl right at the beginning?
Yep. Yeah. And
Yes.
yeah. And that uh like almost like a singing like woo, 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 is really wow, because that's something that it's rare, but Bigfoot are known to do.
I've heard that same sound on your audio at nighttime as well,
Real wow.
mixed in with some of the other stuff. So it's not the first time. It kind of comes in with some of this whistling.
Yeah.
There was 30 other shorter clips I sent you. I don't know if you can pull them up, Grizz, or not, but I think they were actually better quality. I don't know if you can try that or not.
Okay.
Yolanda likes zombies. Oh no, she doesn't like zombies.
No, she doesn't like zombies. Me neither, Yolanda.
I don't think there's too many people who like really would like them, but I don't know.
Yeah, chihuahuas. It does sound like chihuahua, but there's no chihuahuas. You know what? It's so weird because we used to have a chihuahua and it sounds exactly like well, I mean, she died. She passed away. And my Lily, and it sounds like her, but it's obviously not her.
Might be zombie Lily.
Yeah, no.
Zombie Chihuahua.
No, but I wonder if one of them, is like mimicking. I mean, I'm sure they mimic dogs, Anyway. So many mysteries.
Yeah. You able to find it?
Something's turned stuff on and off in the studio, and it's just freaking me out a little bit.
Those
It's just
damn
normal
dolls.
activity. All right, so what am I looking for now?
It's in your chat. I kind of sent
All
them at the
right, so
bottom
I'm
again.
in the chat. So
It shows
no,
me
I'm in the.
replying to
Wait a
myself.
minute.
You're gonna have to click on it.
Hold on, I'm in the wrong chat. I got so many chats here going at once. Let's see here. All right,
He's trying to
so
catch up
that
on all his
one.
messages. Is what's happening.
Well, every time I go to click on one, there's other ones popping up.
Oh,
It's like,
jeez. I hate that.
all right, so that was the 442 one.
Mm-hmm.
Right at the
See
bottom.
here,
Go to the
it's the
bottom of the chat. There's a
342.
couple of them. No, not that long. It should be like 30 seconds. 31, 39, and 23 seconds. There's 3 of them. Yeah, it's way back June 15th.
I say at the bottom of this, the only thing I've got is and this one, and this one, and
Yeah, that's
there's
what. Are there attachments right above that? It says like attachment.
Yeah, you had to click what it says attachment because I'm replying to my attachment.
So it takes you up then
So
to.
it takes you straight to it.
I got you. I got you. All right, I got you. He's getting sophisticated on me.
I know, but it's so.
Let's
I
see
just. Oh my
here.
gosh, I appreciate
I'll
it so much.
teach you. I'll teach you.
Wow.
Let's see here.
Amazing.
I don't know. That's the grunting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we played that one last week because you were pulling up the gorilla sound and comparing it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we did.
That's a mean sounding chihuahua.
Yeah.
That's your chihuahua sound. think I'd be packing up about right now. Time to move.
So yeah, right.
Somebody said, yeah, it does sound like a grunting pig, but we don't have pigs roaming around. And for a little, just the sound when you're hearing it, when you're listening to it live, it's like, oh wow, this is because what I do is I think I told you guys, but for the viewers, I wake up periodically or just stay up and just kind of monitor my cameras, not every night, when I can't sleep or whatever. So, but it's quite frequently. So, but there has been times that one, with the thing that sounds like a lion. And then remember, Chris, that was at the end that they throw things at the camera, but you heard it. It's like a very, like a snap. And I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like first of all, this sounds like a zombie from The Walking Dead. And then I'm just imagining all these things. And again, listening to this live, and then that loud, pop that, I'm like, oh my gosh, gave myself a heart attack. But
didn't one of your cameras go offline once that happened?
Yeah, that was that one. That was that one. Yeah. Yeah. They were, yeah. So I don't know what was going on that night, but they were,
yeah, Yolanda says if I heard that sound, I'd probably grill it in my pants.
Yeah.
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, so that's why I am afraid. I'm hesitant to go outside at night,
Yeah. You said that you felt like they were downstairs underneath your deck the other night.
Yeah. Yes. I'm quite sure.
Follow your gut instincts. If he says don't go out there, then don't go out there.
Yeah. The other night I did work up the courage, and I thought that I saw some down there. I did get up the courage, and so and I said to my husband, now I'm going to walk out and peek over and then turn the light on in about 10 seconds. So I recorded this all, but I could see them on on the camera. Then when the light goes on, it's like they're gone. So I don't know if it's an illusion, pareidoia, or if it's, or if it's them cloaking. So, because I'm not going to walk down, but I will. I'll peek over the deck at them. But
you got some cojones if you walk down there.
Yeah.
Just saying. Bring your camera with you, already armed and on.
Well, yeah, and you know what? It's fun because they really are I can walk down. I have to get up I don't know. I have to get up the nerves someday to do that, because all I have to do would be to look out. We have big sliders in the back. Just look out, go down to the first floor and look out at the sliders. But I am not ready to see them that close. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. I don't know
either. I'd be
you then,
I'd be moving.
I do. You know what, Leanne? I think they are around all the time, and I think that I'm, gaining their trust but I'm not going to live under the delusion oh yeah, it's fine. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't want to. I want to be cautious. I want to be respectful, but cautious.
Definitely be careful with gifting and stuff like that, because you don't want them.
Yeah. No.
Depending on whatever, expecting things.
Yep.
We already know that ends badly.
Yes. Yolanda said, my husband, he's a little bit more skeptical than me, but definitely, knows. I mean, he's like, yeah, he doesn't say to me, I've heard him saying to people, his coworkers, yeah, we're pretty sure we have Sasquatch on our property. So I'm like, you do believe. And he thought that the howl the other day, the whoops, that was pretty cool. He didn't hear them, but he was inside. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was too late. They were done by the time I called them out but.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be easy to confuse with a bird, but at the same time, if it's not something you normally hear.
Right.
You get birds around your area, they're going to be the same ones all the time, every summer.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to be some weird whoop.
No. And especially with that kind of, you know, just the lung capacity that but again, at first I thought it was just maybe a kid.
Yeah, I can hear, Angel. What I'm trying to do is I'm getting ready to show you all a map. I'm trying to not disclose my location. I'm trying to not give you all where I'm at. So I'm going to give you all vicinity, but I'm trying to show you all how much land is around me. So I'm going to give you a location on this map, and it's a satellite view.
Is this in reference to your bird story, or?
Yes, and this is where I live.
Okay.
This is my hometown. And this is how much land, acres, and this is all woods. And this is this is nowhere near the acres that I'm referring to. So you can do your own homework just by looking at that, and I'm going to stop sharing it. That's how much it's undeveloped. So when I say I moved back to my hometown, that's what I'm saying. Now, that's not behind my house, but that's a whole lot more. I got more of that behind my house. So I went down to the driveway is a long ways to the road. And it was 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, well, I'd sneak down to the driveway. I don't know why I say sneak, to take out some more trash before the trash picks up that morning. And when I went down there, before I got to the trash can, I heard a bird. And I'm like, you gotta be crapping me. And it was in the woods across the street behind the house. I live on a dead end street, ladies and gentlemen. And I just stood there and I'm like, no. So then there was a response behind the house. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm done. Nope. And I did everything I could following up the driveway to get inside the house.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Scrambling.
And you want to know why I do not go in the woods by myself? So yeah.
Okay. Can you make the sound? You know how to mimic it?
Yes, Thomas, you need to come down and see me. Yeah. So yeah. So actually, yeah, num. So actually, by the reformatory, when I was playing disc golf, I threw that one disc. I didn't know there was numbers on them where you throw it. It goes different ways and you know, it does stuff. I didn't know.
They got driver discs and putter discs. And,
Well, I threw one and it was like, what the heck? It was like, whoa. I was like, man, I'm not losing that.
That was just a bad throw. That's all that was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But as it went the wrong direction, it went up and it went down and it turned. Like it was like somebody had a remote control on it.
Whoa.
So I was like, I'm not losing that. And then went into no man's land. So I went down there and that's when I got the photograph of that one track. And I'm like, this is in the middle of this park at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, that's not what it was. And I was walking up the hill and I saw it again. And I'm like, there ain't no way. So I'm trying to take a photograph of somebody who's with me and I didn't want her to freak out. So I'm trying to take a photo. And what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. What are you doing? Somebody's texting me about a show. Dang, I'm like, give me a minute, would you? Because I'm trying to get a size comparison. So me, right? No, there's no military bases where I'm at, Russell. There is
he might be. I wonder are you talking about, are you asking me, Russell? Because I do have, I have the military base near me. That's maybe what he's talking about, which is JBLM, Joint Base Lewis McChord. Yeah, that could be. I don't know.
Okay, it could be.
And then something that was Barb, I don't know.
I send my photographs off to people just to be like, hey, what are you seeing this? Just to make sure I'm not going cuckoo. Or like, And they're like, dude, do you know what you got? And I'm like, no, what I got? And they're like, you got a juvenile. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean a juvenile? And they're like, they sent it back to me and they didn't draw a little footprint outline. They circled it. And I'm like, well, damn, I didn't see that one. They're like, did you see what was next to it? I'm like, yeah. I saw that one, but I didn't see that one.
Oh, wow.
And it was the adult with the juvenile next to it. Well, I didn't see the juvenile. I saw the big one.
Oh.
So, and it was in the stride. I mean, I couldn't even, and that's what, I mean, it was probably, I would estimate when I was walking up that, I mean, it was a steep hill. I mean, it was a very steep hill because it went down into the gully to the creek to the big lake where the disc went down into. So the creek fed into it, and it was a bunch of brush and everything. And this hill was dry, and it left an indention, and it didn't rain for a week and a half. And you remember how we saw those one prints where it left dirt when it walked inside the track? So it showed, so that it proved that it did not left the print when it was muddy or wet, because it would have sunk and it wouldn't have left any of that dirt, you know, traction in there, where it left, where it would have sunk, or it would have stepped, then left it off.
Slipped.
Yeah. Wow.
Slip. Thank you. It's traction or whatever. So I was like, damn. And that's when we were sitting on the park bench, and that person was with me. He was like, there's an animal in that bush 70, 80 yards away. And I'm like, you gotta be, this ain't happening. This ain't, and I'm trying to get my phone out of my pocket. I'm like, this beast is gonna come out of this bush, and I'm gonna get a picture of it. And I'm like, it's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get the picture. And it was a squirrel. And I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Because a squirrel is not gonna shake this bush like it did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm like, we're out of here. And I'm like, no. And this happened. So yeah. But I mean, to hear these birds this late at night, and they were, I mean, it was like close, and it was, what do you mean describe? You trying to make
what kind of bird? Yeah, I do. I want to hear you say. So was it like an owl, or was it like a?
No, it was like it was a weird bird. It was like a songbird, but it was loud. You know, it was like I tell you how loud it was. It was like 4 houses down loud, but standing in the middle of the street. But it wasn't. It was coming from in the woods, but it sounded like it was like throwing itself. And when it responded behind the house, that's what flipped me out. Because it was like,
hey, we got a juicy one over here. We got a juicy one over here.
It's like, Grizzly's out. Let's mess with them.
Tweet, tweet.
Oh yeah. No, it was no tweet. It was like a song almost, but it was weird.
Wow.
Because when it happened, it was like, huh? And then when it was a different tone, but it was almost a similar.
Oh wow.
Not the pitch, but almost a similar song, but a different tone.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, huh? And I'm like, oh no, hell no. I know what that is. I'm out.
The triangulating you.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it'd be another one from another direction.
You know, okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this rationally. What I would say is they're not expecting you, right, to come out at 1:30 in the morning. That's not something that you do. I bet it was, could have been like a mom calling to a juvenile, or, like alerting them. What do you think?
Well, so
never know.
Yeah.
I noticed, and I don't know, and maybe I'm overthinking, but the trash cans, and this is maybe overthinking it, has been tampered with the past couple of months.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, I can't remember if they put a notice out that's saying that the trash has to be bagged. I don't know if people are not bagging their trash or something. Okay. And the trash can lids on our trash cans are heavy. So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we have raccoons. Okay, we're out in the country, so let's debunk that. They do get in trash, so that happens.
But that's why you have to have
they're-
heavy lids to keep them out.
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we know that these creatures are known to get into dumpsters and so forth. But it is easy meals and easy things to scavenge out of.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they are, or that's what they're doing. But it was just weird because I'm from the country and I used to go hunting. I used to go out in the woods at night. I used to go deer hunting all the time, early in the morning, come home at night, be out in the woods at night with flashlights coming back. I've never had that experience before. And I remember I just moved back to my hometown back in February. And since they put that main road back through there, through the woods, and part of the woods to open up to cut through the two highways to intersect. I don't know if that did something to them, or I don't know. I just threw it out there. I just wanted to show everybody that map to show how wooded where I live is.
Right.
You know, I don't live in the city. It's very wooded, and that's why I have my little GPS thingy. Because I can walk all the way
Thomas said
from
there's
here.
dueling banjos going on out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, I can walk here, and I can walk all the way to the interstate, straight, just pow, right to the interstate to I-71. So yeah,
Nice.
but
Well, I mean, they've been known to get into stuff, and even the stuff with lids. And I mean, Mike Scott's talked about the 5-gallon bucket where they take the lid off and get the apples, put the lid back on, and
Yolanda, I've got a cinder block on each one of my trash cans.
That's not.
And I bought a 5-pound thing of cayenne pepper, and I put it all on top of it too.
Oh no!
Yeah,
cayenne
from
pepper,
Amazon.
huh?
Yes.
Yep.
And I sprinkled it all over the top of it. So yes.
A guy that I know that lives pretty close to me, he had them opening. What they would do is they would, the trash toter that has the like swinging, lid. That's what we have here. So with the little wheels, it would drag it from his around his garage out to the wood line, and then open it up, go through it. But it would take stuff out of the bags, tie the bags back up and stick them in the trash, and either leave it there, or sometimes it would be halfway, like back, or it would be fully back. And he doesn't.
Now, raccoons aren't going to do that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No. And they're not going to they're not going to open up the bags and go through them and put the bags back in.
No,
So
they'll take it out and they'll scatter it everywhere and leave it there.
Right.
I'm done with it.
Rebecca, that is actually a good question. Now, bear traps have actually been illegal for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
And I think all 50 states.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year they went illegal. Matter of fact, Chris, if you want to use your special program and then validate that, I'll stand by. Chris will give us an actual date because I know that was actually illegal because I think humans were getting injured and killed and mangled with them.
Yeah.
So we'll find out here real quick here. Chris will give us an answer because I don't have that pulled up in my Google. Hello, Lauren. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
Hi, Lauren.
That's why everybody, when they finds them at auctions or estate sales, they buy them for collectibles and wall hangers. Yeah, they're barbaric. That is
Yeah, they
correct,
are.
barbaric.
Yeah, I mean,
now you can still buy the fox traps and the animal traps, but not the bear traps.
Yeah.
And if you do find the bear traps, they're very expensive. They're usually $800 or more. Depends on the age.
I also wonder if a Sasquatch could get out of one of those.
Probably could.
So yeah.
Probably because of the strength. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oof. Grizzly, Russell had said that he saw like training area someplace near your house. That's what he was talking about. A training base when you put
it was probably the police department.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's probably the police department. So I have to. I don't even know if they still got the. No, I already closed it out. So now there's the state reformatory. It was in that vicinity on that map, the one I shared. So
They have a lot of dumpsters.
The reformatory, that I don't know.
Because if they do, like that's a perfect, feeding ground for them.
Because the reformatory's there, they got the big lake there, they got the park there. Then across the park, they got the high school where I went to high school there, and now they're building a new animal shelter there, a humane society there. They just broke ground, so they're developing that area. So
yeah,
it doesn't say, Chris.
No, it's not wanting to give me an answer for that one. I don't know why.
Oh, that's wild. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I've seen 1930s on some of them, but it doesn't say all of them.
Lady Wolf said that's great. You can't Google anything anymore. They only show you what you want.
This is true.
Well, they censor anything. Anything. So let's see here. It says. No, that's foxes and stuff. Chris is right. It doesn't say. It just shows foot.
I see 1930 in Massachusetts, and I guess from what I'm seeing, it depends on the state.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Each year, each state was at a different time. It seems like.
Yeah, you're right. Each state is different.
Yeah.
It goes in between the 30s to 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess they are banned. So that is.
Yeah.
But it's a good question. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It was a good question. Absolutely.
And I do want.
So what does Detective Hensley? Oh, Detective Hensley. I like that. So Russell, Russell says 1940s. Yeah. So there we go, Russell. Good
no, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. But people will buy them in a heartbeat from auctions, estate sales, so and so forth. But no, because I wouldn't own one. My luck, somebody would be holding my beer moment, want to play with one and go get a log. Watch this, Charlie, and lose an arm or something. So,
yeah.
But it is. But it's interesting because when I found what I saw, I didn't want to believe because it was in a park, and the people I talked to are like, well, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Look where you're at.
Yep.
Look how many thousands of acres you are in your area, and it's like, but it's busy. And they're like, well, yeah, but you think they cloak themselves, and it's not like they're going to be out. And like I said, it was 8:30 in the morning when I was out there because the park opens, at sunrise. I think at like 7 o'clock in the morning or something. Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, they could have went through there right before that, and yep.
Let's see, Rebecca. I guess the ones may have been left in the woods have been rusted by now. Wouldn't be a threat. Gosh, I hope, man. I would never.
I know.
Well, I mean, stop and think about the landmines that are still being found by World War II people. They're left by the war in certain countries and on beaches and in the jungles and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Oof. So there's no telling. But I know the ones for foxes and small animals and stuff, they don't have the claws on them, but they still have the leg traps. Oh. They don't mangle them. I know they still use those.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But no, it is interesting. I wouldn't I wouldn't mind going out there. I'm going to do a session out in the woods here shortly. with the dolls, and also do a night session, by myself, which is going to be
Really?
interesting.
You're going to take the dolls?
Yeah, I'm going to take the dolls with me, and it's going to be interesting. Yeah,
So
I'm going to take them REM pods, EMF, cat balls, and night vision, and I am going to be heavily armed just in case.
That's not surprising.
So, yes.
I don't know if I'd be.
Hey, it's my backyard.
I'd be scared of other things, not Bigfoot, but you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Gee.
So they talked me into doing it, so I'm going to try it. But yeah.
All right. Ooh.
But no,
I can handle. I can handle Bigfoot yelling at me more than the whole that paranormal crap you play with.
I want to do a bar. I do not want. Let me tell you something. When I see stuff that looks like that came out of Star Wars on somebody's, what the heck with that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
You haven't talked about that, have you?
No.
Oh no! Oh, the heck with that! Let me show you.
Okay.
Can I? May I?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep.
So let me show you what has been creeping around somebody's property. Y'all want to? And you think I'm that? You think I'm crazy? Hold on. Let me bring up my Facebook. I don't know why my Facebook keeps closing. So, because Chris didn't. What'd you think about those pictures, Chris?
Don't know what to think about them. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Reminds me
it's hard to tell sometimes when cameras at nighttime, because I've had security cameras too. It gets pixelated sometimes when it can't pick up an image, and it kind of creates its own little thing. So there's times where I'm like, but yeah, when you see the little eyes and stuff like that looking at you, I mean. I definitely feel there's some eye shine there.
Now, you walk out your back door and you see this on camera. Now, what the hell are you going to do? Now, they don't have the little gear on it.
No.
All right. No, yes. They don't have this. But when you see this outside your back deck, now what are you thinking of? Now, these are Yows or Yowies off Star Wars. Now, when I say, ladies and gentlemen, that there are things that walk upon this earth, ladies and gentlemen, that should not exist, that they do, I am not under the influence of any narcotics. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to show you. I can't believe I'm even talking about this. I'm going to show you the pictures, what it looks like. Now, we got what we're talking about. Now, let's show you what we are referring to. And poor Chris, he's sitting there laughing. When you laugh, you get me laughing.
Lady Wilson, she fall down laughing, thinking about.
I'm reading our chat group here and there.
Yeah.
I can't even look at the chat group right now.
They get going sometimes, and they get going for sure.
And baby Bigfoot is an Ewok. That's actually
That is not an Ewok. An Ewok is Ichamama.
Yeah,
that's an Ewok.
But I swear I've had some babies that look like their face looks like Ewoks.
Well, maybe they're maybe they're like little people.
Yeah,
like
I haven't had the babies, but I've seen them on my cameras, and it's like, whoa, that looks like an Ewok or a little baby Chewbacca or something.
Are they under you? Are they in the group chat, Barb? Or are they under your messenger?
They're probably under both. I don't remember though.
I can't remember either. I got so many messages going on.
You know, and it's like I have so much that I thankful, but like, whoo.
Here, let me bring up your messenger here. Let me scroll through here real quick.
I see Mike's green apple or green tomato.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have so many messages between each other.
Now, we do have some confidential information floating around that we cannot at any time show because we don't have permission to show. So we got to be careful
Nope.
on what we do show. So that's why I got to be careful on what thread we pull up. Okay, yeah, because this is, all right, yeah, it's under yours because I showed you pictures of yours, of the pictures of the e-walls, the y'all walls.
Yeah.
I think this is it. Yeah. I don't know if the link is still good. Hopefully it is.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you just send it to me?
Yeah, I just sent it to the group chat. I think that's the
okay.
one. I scrolled back until I
Let
found.
me get out of this chat and let me go back to the other chat then.
Oh yeah. Well, if you had it, you didn't have to go with it. It says my Arlo. Let me see if it opens up.
Did you just send it to me?
I know. I sent it to the group chat. Trying
Does
to see
it
if
say
this
this
will load
one?
up. I can't see what you're looking at.
Well, I don't see nothing in the group chat.
Yeah,
it
because
says
this
sending.
one
I don't know.
also.
I don't know if something's going on. It says sending. I don't know why it's sitting there sending.
Because somebody doesn't want us to share these images. That's why.
Exactly.
Right. Better talk to your dolls. What's going on here?
Well, I'm not
even
gonna do it.
even my AI was playing tricks with me. It didn't want to connect, and it's weird.
Well, let me know when it sends. Now I'm scrolling
I know.
now.
I can't even.
I'm spinning.
Let me see.
But yet we're sitting here streaming, so I don't get it.
Close it out, and open it back up.
I did that.
Was it a video? I'm asking.
No, it was your pictures because I was like, I know exactly what that is.
Wait.
Because Chris was like, as long as I don't see Darth Vader,
Mm-hmm.
and I about fell out on that one.
All right, so it was a screenshot. Was it a screenshot like that I took? Probably.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, gee.
I don't know why I can't get it. I can't even get on Facebook now. But here we're streaming. I don't understand this, but
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I need to turn on a VPN or something.
See, I'm looking at one, but I don't know if that's the one. You know what, Grizzly? I'm just going to send this to you.
Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You are a little more prepared. I really wanted you to see that.
I know we're so unprepared. It's going to be worth it, though. Okay, here, I'll send it to the group chat.
Because as soon as she sent this, I was like, I know exactly what that is.
I hope this is the one. This is the
and
actual
she was
video.
like, what? And I was like, it's a little thing in the desert that scavenges. She's like, Ewoks. And it's a damn Ewok. And I had to Google the picture.
I hope that's the one. I have so many.
You still can't get it going, Chris?
I can't even get Facebook up here.
Did you receive it, Grizzly?
I didn't get nothing.
Oh my gosh. What?
No, it was sitting there spinning. It said sending, but it wasn't.
Facebook isn't, or whatever. Messenger's not allowing us to. That's weird. Yeah, because I sent that.
All right,
to
let
you.
me go back to
now I get a Facebook.
All right.
Let's try this again.
Oh boy. Sorry, guys. Very
sorry.
The dolls did it.
I know.
Here, we'll play a little theme music here.
Okay. I'm going to send this right to Grizzly. You better get it.
It's like Messenger's down for me.
Yeah, maybe.
Weird. Bigfoot warning.
Yep, it's not. Nope, it is not doing it. It's not forwarding.
So, let me go through Barb's messages here.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Gosh, that's frustrating.
That's all right.
Well,
let mean, I'm scrolling real fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
If not, we'll move it on. Because when I saw this, I was like, now you sent it to the group messenger. To the group. That's what it was.
That's what I said.
I may
All right,
have.
let
Yeah.
me go. Let me go
Did
back
mine
to
go
the group
through?
one then.
Yeah, mine never even went through.
Mm.
That's not even there. It doesn't even show I sent it. I had to close everything out
All right.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I sent it a couple times and it's not recognizing it. Oh my gosh. And then I
All
can't.
right, all right. Now I'm in the group. Let me
Is this it? Copy link. I'm trying to see if this is even going to be the link that works. Arlo.
Oh,
The link
hey, Grizzly.
expired.
Wait, can you wait, is that I have it up, but I don't know if I can present it, if I can.
The link, the original link that you had, I think
Is gone.
expired. Yeah.
Okay.
I just tried it.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can do.
was it a doorbell link?
Arlo.
Yeah.
Arlo's
Arlo, yeah.
Oh, that's probably why it's
security
not.
camera.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Okay.
Well, I tell you what, while she's figuring that out. Oh, okay. Now something's popping up.
That's something totally different. Somebody just sent that to me, and I was like, "What the heck?" It's like a Bigfoot warning from a Forest Service, Department of Agriculture.
While they're figuring that out, ladies and gentlemen, you don't think Mike was mind if we share his picture, do you?
I don't think he
No.
would.
So Mike Scott, remember him? He'll be back in a week or so. But he sent us a picture, ladies and gentlemen, of this. And now I can blow this up on my screen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what this is, you're not a hillbilly. That is a green tomato. And Mike's got a big hand. Now,
That's a big
if you
green
look
tomato.
at this, that is a huge, big green tomato. Now, I'm going to make this down to regular size. Now, I'm going to take the next shot. Now, look at that. That is teeth marks. That is a bite. That is this is a bite to where like, let me see what this is. And the hell with that, I don't like it. And I was like, DNA, Mike, DNA. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Which we already know we already got the DNA. But
Yeah.
But whatever took a bite of that, which we assume we know it's not a human.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a big bite. Just imagine.
Right.
And
like, ew.
Yes.
Did he say that this was in his little gifting bucket, or?
Did he tell us? I don't think he told us. Did he?
No, I think
No,
he was just so damn excited that he got it. He was like, look what I got.
Yeah.
I would be too.
When he comes back next week, we'll have to ask him some questions about that one.
But see, now I would be Dick Tracy with the cotton swabs and swabbing around and putting it in the little vials with the liquid to save it. Which I don't know why, because like I said, we already got the DNA.
Yeah.
But isn't that wild though?
Can you do that with food? Yeah, that's
oh hell
that
yeah.
is wild.
Absolutely you can.
There's DNA left on it.
Yeah, you can, but yeah.
Saliva.
Wow, yes.
I mean, look at the jagged marks of the teeth.
That's what's crazy to me is the teeth marks.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's just one big bite.
Yeah.
I mean, look right there at the edge, right all the way around there.
Crazy, so cool.
And right down through there. And all the way over here. So yes. And whatever that was, ladies and gentlemen, did not like it.
Yeah,
now, ladies and gentlemen, now if you want to batter that and fry it, that is so good. Fried green.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yes.
Fried green tomatoes. That's where it's at.
That. I bet you they'd like that.
Now let's see.
I put one in the queue to present because I think I could figure out. I think that's the picture. But you know what? It's not the video.
All right, let's see here. Let's see here.
But it doesn't show the eye.
I got a flyer. Now mine's acting up. Let me close mine out and bring my gun.
I have it like.
No, somebody sent me a flyer. Lyle Hayes. Now that is fabricated. That's fake news.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have this up. It says like StreamYard is sharing a window. So it's like right in my lineup of things.
Oh, you do? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me share this. I'm going to show this because Chris sent it to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been going around last year. Some IGMO went around posting this damn thing in parks and freaking people out, and it's fake. It's actually printed off a piece of paper, and they put it in a plastic sleeve and posted it all throughout parks and stuff. And
if you zoom in,
don't know,
you can actually see the wording around the Bigfoot. You can see some of the wording around the "do not run, do not chase."
Yeah.
If you look at that, you can see where it's been edited.
Yeah.
You have to zoom like in a lot, but that's what happens. People like to hoax everything.
The chat is so funny. They're going in the ditch in the chat.
Let me get rid of. Hell, and we got my sponsor. Everybody trying to get a hold of me now. But so this is but they're printing these off and putting them in plastic sleeves and stapling them to trees, and they're actually putting them on park signs below the park signs on the 2x4s and 4x4s, and people that don't know actual park signs or seen these and they're thinking they're real, ladies and gentlemen, they're freaking out.
Yeah.
So just beware. So all right, now let me stop sharing that. Let me hit Barb's.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Oh, I can't make yours bigger.
Oh, wait, can I do that?
No, I got a touch screen. That's why on my computer. Now, where's yours at? Show me where's yours at.
Oh, I can't control it. Wait.
I can't even see them on yours.
Oh, crap. Can you see the picture?
Yeah, I got the picture up. I'm sharing it.
Okay. Yeah, I just made it bigger, but that's my fingers. That's my own thing. I don't know how to, like, I don't have the capability to control it, I don't think. So shoot. I don't know. Yes, we need some tech.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Okay. Let me stop sharing it. Oh yeah, but hopefully it'll get there because that's like the other things that I've been sending. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, Chris sent something that sent that to me, so
okay.
I should
all right.
be able
Oh,
to
maybe
get it now.
maybe it'll make it. Maybe it'll.
Let's see here. Go back to my Facebook. Again.
Oh wow, we are just a mess tonight. Sorry, gang.
Yeah, we are. We're like so far.
Oh. Here we go. Come on, send Grizzly.
Star Wars. You need the Star Wars theme playing in the background right now, Grizzly.
Whatever they're called. What are these little things called? Jawas?
Yawas.
Okay, so it's
spinning. Let me know when you send it.
Let's see if it's gonna work.
You send it to the group or to your personal?
To you, yeah. Sending. Come on. Anyway. Now this is a video. I don't want to get out of it because then it'll stop from the. So I hope we can see the video because this is where you can see the eye shine periodically. So anyway.
All right, I heard a bang and Barb sent the video. All right, let me blow it up. Let me pause it.
Oh, please. Lord.
And let me hit share, present. There's no audio, right, on this one?
I don't think so. If it's, I that's not really
I'll
a
hit
good
audio
thing.
just in case.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, here we go. All right, where am I looking again?
right in that area. Maybe like move it down just a little bit. The video down just a little bit because
Which
it's
way?
everything's. Oh, wait to the the other way.
To the left.
Yeah,
and
to the
then-
left, and then go down a little bit.
There you go.
That should be good right there. Just look like under those lights. Go if you go straight down the right one, go straight down. There's
Right
it looks
there.
like there's a couple in line, and then the other light kind of down but catty corner from that, and then that light that's unlit down at the bottom right above the like porch railing or the deck railing. I think there's a little one sitting right above that, like right at the bottom.
Where my mouse is at right now, where am I going?
Go down. Okay, I just saw eye shine. Okay, so that one I think is one that you just had where you had your mouse.
The one wearing the robe?
Is that the one? Do you think that that's the one with the robe or no? I'm not sure if this is even the right. This isn't this.
No, no. The picture. No, the picture I looked at, it was immediately two figures wearing robes.
Oh wow, yeah. This isn't. So this is a live. Yeah. So this is a live one. I don't know.
Because I was like that. Those are Yahweh's or whatever.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Because Chris, you saw them because you even made a comment about Darth Vader.
How can we?
Mhm.
Where would they be? I don't know, guys. It's a mystery.
You have to
Ladies and
locate
gentlemen,
that and save the link. next time.
Yeah. I will.
Because I was like, because I freaked out. I was like, there ain't no way in hell this is happening. Because and that's when I because
yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, okay, Grizzly.
Did you find it?
Go to our group chat, okay?
I'm gonna bring up my Facebook again. Hold on.
Grizzly, and Mike.
And the group chat is totally in the ditch, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
They're bad right now.
Okay, I'm in the group chat.
And then go up to June 20th or back to June 20th at 12:03.
I said it's right before I stopped. June 20th. Because there's the pictures I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Am I looking at a link?
It is an actual video. I think the link is probably expired because there is a link, but that's expired. Dang.
And what time?
But the video it's 1 minute and 2 seconds. That's June 20th at 12:03 p.m.
I got one at 4:06, 3:03.
Oh, well, that would be right then, right? Yeah, because it'd be 3:03.
Rebecca said it was just a bunch of monks hunting for Bigfoot.
Yeah. This is. I'm sorry, gang. This is.
Well, here we're just gonna do this. So because I don't know what you're all looking at, you're just gonna have to tell me about.
I don't even know if this is. Yeah.
The link that I found, which was right before we started seeing.
Right here's where I'm at. So I'm at June 20th, 2023, 11:23. Yeah. Here's my pictures I sent. Yep. And I go back.
That link doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
I just tried that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I think that's the one.
That one is what it looks like when nothing is down there. So that's just going to be a blank photo. But then above is the video. But
this one?
Yeah. Yep, that's the one.
So click on this video? One.
Yeah. But it's not going to show what you saw it because it's not that. But that is the video.
So what am I looking for?
That's going to show the little guys that in the robes, hopefully that you can see. Do you see them?
Yeah, I do right here.
Yeah. So where do you see the people?
Right there they are.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the picture, whatever you had, was better.
Yeah.
That was. Oh no! Here they are, right there. See them?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, they're tiny.
Because your picture was better.
Yeah.
Well, you're zoomed in a little bit, so it pixelates a little.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because the picture that you had, it was highlighted more because you see they're moving.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget when you guys share across Facebook that it automatically dummies down the quality to save on their servers, so you lose a lot of quality there.
Yep. And if
so
you can,
basically, it would be best if you were to share it direct from your original.
Right, from the link, which I can't. It's too old now, unfortunately. But yeah. Because that's right from that link, right from the camera is the best.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's what it looked like. It looked like the damn things off Star Wars. Because I about fell off my chase when I saw it. I was like, "What?" I'm like, "There ain't no way."
Yeah, look at all the orbs too. Like
because Chris was like, if I see Darth Vader, I forgot what he said or how he said it because I about died.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
they were staring at
she's screwed if we see Darth Vader show up.
Yeah.
See, guys, like right above there, though, like I can see movement. Can you see that? I don't know.
Yeah, this one back here keeps moving. See it?
Mm-hmm. And then if you go to the left and go like up.
Underneath the right light that's kind of faded out.
Yes.
That dark area is where.
Yeah. There's like something big there. It's continuing to move because I think it's partially blocking that light.
You know what I would do? I would mount a floodlight right underneath here and hide it, and I would have a switch inside, and I would flip that MFer on.
But but
watch
Grizzly,
everything run like hell.
Wait, but that's the one that the floodlight is right above this area. And that's when I turn it on. That was the one video that I got where you could see the fern was moving and everything was gone that I saw. So again, but it was all like all the camera looked like it was like that part of the camera. It was like cloaking, like it was all pixelated. So,
and Lady Wolf there was, she says, if any rub has peepers, I'm out, gone, see you, bye. But exactly. Guess what? I don't know if it's on this version because it's dummied down, but there were some eye shine coming from there.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was that.
So yeah, you probably would have been saying it. See you.
Another thing I wanted to show too, and I wanted to get Thomas. I don't know if Thomas is in here still or not. But I got this sent in, and get your all's opinions. Why? I don't know why my Facebook keeps closing up. Maybe I need to switch to a different browser. And I sent this to you all too. It's that print out in the field. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to send pictures of prints, one of the things I always recommend is get a picture of the concession of the prints. And when I mean concession of the prints, get a picture where it shows you the distance, like one right after another. I know everybody gets excited when they get prints, right? But try to get the stride to where you can see the length and the distance between each other.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean when I say this.
Thomas is here. He said he's here.
Okay, good. Because I want your opinion on this one, and tell me what you think. Because now this is very questionable, very strange. I know a lot of dog prints, and I'll explain why in a minute. Here we go. This is an hour away from Land Between the Lakes, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Oops.
All right, here we go. Now, to put this into reference, this guy is 6'4", I think. And then this is how big his hand is. So, and Now this is what did Mike say? This is a cougar.
Yeah, I sent that to you. Yeah, that's a cougar.
So that's a cougar.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can tell the distinctness between the pads.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now don't forget. Now this is sand.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
one thing I do want to point out, if you look at this, once again, look at the dirt inside. It's a little loose.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying about the strides is try to get it. See, these are two different tracks. See the difference on the layout on the ground? Try to get it to where these were not side by side. These allegedly were, if you can see my hand, in front, like bipedal. So now, for an average person, a dog running, right? Or a cat. So you can picture all fours, right? So you can maybe think it could be bipedal if it was elongating running, right? How a cat can run or a dog. But, you know, so try to picture that, a lion, a tiger, a cougar. But what kind of cats are between Tennessee and Kentucky? We don't very really have big cats. And so think about that and put a little spin on that. Now, there are a lot of strange activity going on in this area. So there is a team going down trying to investigate this. But what are your all's thoughts on that? I just want to get your all's thoughts and your all's opinions.
Sonia in the chat, she says it looks like the Wampus cat tracks. I don't know.
Which would probably be similar to a cougar style look, right?
Yeah.
And we just, I don't think it comes off with the dog paw look because the pads are so wide. Doesn't look canine to me. Plus, you usually get the claw marks, you know, the nail marks from a dog. And the cats, you typically don't. I don't think there's any. I remember we blew up. One of them didn't look like it had any marks.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I mean, if it's bipedal, it's hard to explain, right?
So Thomas is saying, Go ahead.
What is Thomas saying?
He's saying dogman print. You can see the claws at the end. So I don't know.
I would agree with that.
So, okay, yeah. So, okay, so let's say if it was a dog man, for a weight, for something to be bipedal, to me, I'm not a scientist or a PhD. The paw would have to be elongated more to put the weight shifted to. How would you say that?
Well, I know what you're saying, but some dogmen have been reported to, they walk on the balls of their feet, which Yolanda's bringing that up.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. And so like it could, you know, I feel like it balances its weight. It could balance its weight more just with its body. I don't know how that goes. I don't know how that works, but, you know, but I know that they do. Bettina Moss had said that the one that she saw, it looked like it was almost like, I think at one point she said it's almost like a woman in heels walks, you know, like in heels, like it was up off of its like, so walking on the balls of its feet, which is really, it's really interesting. I don't know.
So, okay. And well, that's why, you know, I don't know. I mean, that is that's a good size print, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know mastiff prints, I know Corso prints and so forth. Those are not similar to that print. So if you're out in the field and doing investigations and you come across prints, try to stand back and try to get pictures of it running or walking to where we can see it. If you know what I'm trying to say, to where you can see it, the strides. Don't get me wrong.
It's good to measure. It's good to measure all of it. You measure the print. If you can measure from heel to heel. If there's a stride, it's always great to get that kind of stuff too, and a picture of multiple tracks. If you can get a line of tracks, because a lot of times you're going to find tracks either side by side or you're going to find them in a straight line. I mean, there's a lot of Bigfoots they talk about those being front to back. They don't have like a left foot, right foot. It's almost like they're walking in a straight line. So anything odd like that, if you find these tracks in a straight line, it's definitely gonna be different. You know what I mean?
So what are they talking
normally you
about
would find four.
V-shape?
Yeah,
Chris
what's
and
that?
Barb,
Russell, I don't know. What
Sonia,
what
are
is
y'all
that?
talking about V-shape?
Yeah, what is
It's
the
the
V
bottom.
shape?
It's the bottom pad that kind of
Yeah.
points upwards towards the paws.
Yeah. What does that indicate?
Usually, if it's a tighter V, that's when you see it's more canine. The wider,
okay.
kind of rounder one like that is usually more the cat.
Okay.
There are
what I've
cougars in
seen.
LVL. Yeah, I thought there were, but that does not look like a cougar print when I compared the cougar print. Oh, did I miss something?
Lady Wolf took it right in the ditch. I agree, Lady Wolf.
She's got her mind there tonight.
No, you guys just
Oh
have
my
bad.
Lord,
We're
ladies
just
and
talking
gentlemen!
about.
I had to even click on it and read it. I had to read it twice to figure out what the hell.
Oh, Russell's saying it's canine.
So it is. So
Maybe
now,
prison.
Russell, I'm a little slow right now because of Lady Wolf. So are we saying this is a dog? And are we saying this is a dog like bark, bark, rough, rough? I know that's ignorant of me doing that, but my mind's elsewhere right now. I'm just trying to. Lady Wolf's over here cracking up. So is this what we're saying, Russell? It's more of a pet?
Be a big dog, but it could be.
Don't dogs show like the the like nails?
Typically, yeah.
But I don't know if I don't know if a wolf or a coyote, do they show?
I think they show nails more often than, say, a house dog that might have their nails trimmed.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Recently. So that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Thomas says arf arf. So Thomas
Dog.
and Russell, so we're saying dog as in pet. And so, I mean, if this is the case, let me know, because I'm not very well, Lady Wolf. I can't even think right now. Why'd you have to laugh, Barb? Why'd you have to laugh? I was doing good. I was doing real good. Size looks dog. Thank you, Russell. But you'd have to put size because Lady Wolf's rolling right now. But thank you, Russell. Okay.
See, but in all, that's where the stride, because you can tell if it's like if it's like walking in like a zigzag pattern or a like a kind of waddling pattern. That
all right. I've got a copy of a cougar print here. I want to share my screen. I wish I don't know if you can do side by side with yours, but
no, you can't. Go ahead and throw it up,
it's very similar. Share screen. Window.
But I'm not a dog man expert at all, or very well knowledgeable when it comes to dog prints or anything. Yeah, see, now that I would recognize.
Now that, if you look back to the other one, it's real similar. You see the left side's kind of round on this pad.
Oh yeah.
It's got the same shape. This, if I kind of back out
I
of the
would
screen,
recognize that one. The other one was very
this one comes up is tracking a cougar in Rock County. That's what that picture was. Not to say that they couldn't be wrong, but that's. So now you go back to yours, and if you look at that, it's pretty similar. It's hard to tell. I mean, because I've seen some canines that are close to it too.
And this is what I'm saying, and it's great. People don't stop sharing. Share what you got. Keep sending them in. But try to get measurements, the strides, because like I said, if this is, let's say it is a dog, rough, bark, pet. Why am I even talking like that?
The dog
am I gonna get am I gonna get a treat? If it's running, like, you know, somebody's throwing a stick or a ball, you know, we can see where it can look like it's bipedal, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can picture that, but I'm not, you know, knowledgeable enough to say that is absolutely a pet dog. I'm not. That's why I want people to send stuff in that everybody else to say, oh yeah, Grizzly, this is what that is. Or yeah, that's a wampus beast or whatnot. So I mean, I don't know because I don't have that luxury or experience to know tracks like that. So Yolanda says it looks like it has a thumb. It would have been real interesting to see a cast of that, to actually see the 3D dimensions and the depth of it and the features. More to measure. Yeah, I do agree. When you go to LBL, bring dog treats. Hell, are you crazy? My luck, it would be a damn the beast of the LBL. My luck. Russell says V-pad.
V-pad again. Yeah.
Okay, so V-pad represents an actual pet. A round pad is a feline. Is that what the consensus is being stated? Is this what we're coming up with? Because I'm being educated is what I'm trying to say here, Russell. Because I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, Bigfoot tracks, now we can have a discussion on. I can go around and around with somebody on that one. Wolf slippers, lady. Wolf slippers, Thomas. Oh my God.
You know, Grizzly, when we had down in Everglades, we'd found a nice gator track, big gator track actually.
Yeah, you did. I remember seeing a picture of it.
Much bigger than this paw print. But what was interesting about it is when we poured the print, we poured it pretty loose with the plaster and came back and got it the next day. We didn't realize the claws were like dug down into the dirt. We didn't see the fact that it had claws until we pulled the cast out and we're like, oh wow, look at that. So something like this picture may not show the claws there, you know what I mean, but they could be present because you don't see it in the shadow.
You know, I'm looking at feline tracks are not in a V pattern. They have a little bit more of a rounded shape. And actually it looks like cougar and mountain lions, they have like almost like where the point would be at the top of the V, it's like concave. It's like in. So is that what you're saying? Like, so are you saying that maybe he means this is dog, like, you know? Dog
we talk about the blind leading the blind lady.
I know, right?
Well, I tell you what, dog van, West Coast dog van, I bet they are just laughing their toots off and just having a ball with us right now. You know, so
somebody from Facebook did.
Hold up, Chris. You're casting the V, dude. You're casting the V.
She's going.
I see the V. Oh, Lady Wolf.
I think, unless I'm going.
Lady Wolf. Yes, dog, Russell. It just clicked on me, Lady Wolf. Russell, she was. Oh man. Yeah, I got. Yeah, thank you, Russell. I got it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Men always talking about the V.
Okay.
She is definitely on a roll.
She
is definitely on a roll.
Y'all could have sent me a private message and been like, "Hey, Grizzly, this is what she's talking about." No, you just let me.
You got onto it too quick.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I caught on it. I caught on it real quick, didn't I? I'm sitting here like, "What are y'all talking about?" Oh my Lord!
Welcome to my world.
I'm sorry, audio listeners. Tomorrow.
Oh, hopefully they think it's funny. Hopefully.
Oh, they do think it's funny. They do. What? Yeah,
they could only read all these comments. That would be.
Yeah. So Russell says yes, it's a dog. See, Russell.
Yes, thank you, Russell, and thank you, everybody. I appreciate.
So that song, so we're like 50-50 dog cat.
So know. Our final consensus is we don't know. Don't send us things like that. No, just joking.
So yeah,
Hey,
it's interesting because when I first got the print, I sent it to the group, and I'm like, "Hey guys, look at this." Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And and somebody fired off a picture. Well, look at this one, and I'm like, "Ooh, well, that don't look like this one."
Yeah.
And and don't get me wrong, yes, I did finally caught. Yeah, Thomas, y'all could have told me. Y'all just like a donkey with the damn carrot, just kept dangling and like, look at this, look. And you know what it reminded me of? Hey, Rocky, watch me pull me the little pinky out of the hat. Whatever. Finally, Yolanda. Yes, I know. Well, y'all just cracked me up.
Hey, Grizzly, show the screen here.
The picture now, Jackie. Yeah, right.
Wait, what?
I've got another set of tracks that somebody shared on our site.
All right. Let's see here.
It's not real pretty, but it was interesting. And they did measure. These were 16 inches long and 6 inches wide, and they had a 5-foot stride back to back.
That's deep too.
The 5-foot stride is something that's interesting. It doesn't look that big, but he's from an angle and taking it back. But obviously, it's been rained on and probably gathered a puddle of water, but the consistency that these all measured the same and the stride was the same makes you wonder. But I thought that was pretty cool.
And don't they? Isn't Bigfoot walks? They walk supposedly in a straight line.
Straight line.
Yeah. And why is that? Is anybody ever able to explain why do they walk this way?
They do because of the way that I can't tell you.
That reminds me of Run DMC. Walk this way.
I was thinking Aerosmith myself, but
yeah. Or Run DMC. Yeah, they collab.
So but why is that? Why is it? Because of their hips?
It's the anatomy. Yeah. Because I know I've watched several documentaries, but I cannot tell you.
I had a person once when I was doing the FSSTs. That stands for the Field Standard Sobriety Test. They're like, hell, I can't even do it sober. What the hell, walking a straight line? You know how hard it was
let alone say the alphabet backwards.
Yeah, I know.
That is such. They don't.
I can't say the alphabet backwards if I was sober.
No, they do that. They don't do that. That is such a hoax. That's. If they ever tell you to do that, tell them to go fly kite.
You know who's going to tell us why Bigfoot walks like that? Russell will tell us tomorrow. That's the thing that Russell's like, he knows all that kind of stuff.
They're bow-legged. I don't know. Thomas says because they walk with their knees turned inward.
Okay, Thomas knows, because when they walk, their knees turn inward. Yeah.
They're bow-legged. Same thing.
Lady Wolf, don't you say a word.
Yeah, right.
She's behaving.
All right.
It won't last long
now. I know, right? So, but no. So, keep sending your all's pictures in. It's interesting to look at because I don't know. I don't have answers for everything somebody submits.
Yeah.
It is interesting, like Mike's green tomato. No, that was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what the hell?
Yeah,
I want answers on that one. We're asking questions.
I can't wait. Because I know, and he's not watching, but I want one of y'all to ask him when he comes back on next week. Ask him, did you sniff it? I bet he did.
Sniff it.
I bet he sniffed it.
Probably. Yeah. I would. Because that's gross, but I would.
Yep.
Yeah. Because
that is correct.
What are you trying to sniff, though? That's the question.
Well,
what are you trying to discover?
Like when I find, when I found that like baby print in my out in my
I knew it.
I didn't. I mean, I wasn't
sniffing the print.
It, but I'm like, because and even if I see like something on the ground that looks like, I know
Where's Lady Wolf at now? Now
Yeah, she said, "Oh my God."
Oh, she did. That was a little slow on my end. I can't believe this.
But why not? Because what if there's a smell that they leave, and then that's further to me.
Like
it's
foot odor.
Evidence. Yeah.
Hey, I remember those scratch and sniff stickers when we were in school.
Yeah.
Those are pizza, root beer, strawberry.
The pickle was the worst.
And then
remember the pickle?
Kids had them too. They had
they had a scratch and sniff that was a pickle. Yeah, it was gross.
Poor Russell. Russell is making the weirdest faces right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Russell. Yeah, Rebecca. What is Rebecca doing? Careful, LW. You rip off the zippers.
Oh,
what the hell? What do you mean rip off the zippers? Where did that come from?
Because of her mouth zipped up in her emojis. You know when you zip your lip? That's what she
I was like, man, I must have really missed something on this.
Where's your mind going?
Oh my Lord!
Who's ripping zippers?
No wonder the sponsor's sending me messages. No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid to read them. Woo.
Well,
Rebecca, let's see here. Get your mind out of the gutter, Grizz. Me? Hopefully you're not the letter. Hopefully not the letter. What's that mean?
The letter. The ladder, maybe? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm slow tonight. Ladies,
I know.
I know. I am. I'm real slow tonight.
You're probably. So everybody wants to know about the dolls.
What do you mean? I probably need to stop and switch mid. Probably what? Did you notice that?
It's probably because of the dolls.
She dropped it in slick.
Oh, well, that didn't even sound good.
Because about the new dolls that you purchased, because people were sending me messages what's this about Grizzly with the new dolls? I'm I'm just finding out about it too.
I want to know. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You got new ones.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I want to tell you about these things.
I know.
You found the arm on the other one. Did you ever put it back on?
No, I didn't find the arm.
I thought you said you found it.
No,
in the box or something.
I checked the vacuum cleaner just to make sure I didn't suck it up. Yes. And it was after I did the show about the girl with the amputee.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And one of his dolls goes missing an arm after that.
It was the same arm.
Oh my gosh. Which doll was it?
Gretel, the one that was crawling on my foot that night on the show that freaked me out about came unglued. Does anyone see me by chance? Yes, Angel, I see you. Did I miss something?
No.
What do you?
I don't know what.
I don't see you. I see your message.
I'm getting ready to anticipate something bad's getting ready to happen now. Apologies, sponsor. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right, Yolanda. It is what it is.
Preemptive warning or what?
I have no idea. Not sniffing that.
No. We are in the ditch.
I cannot believe
that
just happened. I really can't. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say.
Anyway.
Poor Thomas.
No, we're not.
Thomas is even jumping on the bandwagon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, it has been a great show. I love y'all to death, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. y'all getting slap happy or something. Chris is turning red. Look at him. I have been a
no comment.
You don't have to. I already know what you're thinking. Ornery thing, you. Anyways, I forgot what I was getting ready.
I don't.
Good night, all.
Well, our
Yeah.
guest panel person could not be here, Ashley, and I'm glad.
Oh, she would have had a blast. What are you
Hey,
talking about?
Sorry,
Ashley. My God.
She's probably like, I don't know if I want to go on that show now.
I
What the
know.
hell?
I hope she's not watching this one. Like, what kind of a show is this?
Oh, my
Family
God.
friendly.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Just keep sending your pictures in, and we'll keep playing them. Yeah, right on, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap. Godspeed. We love you all. Thanks for everything.
Yeah,
I hope
love
y'all
you
had a
guys.
good night, or I had a good night, and
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all had a good time. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Can't believe it.
Watch
Bye,
what you're
guys.
sniffing.
What?